If your embeddings cluster the wrong things, the loss function may be the reason. You'll compare triplet and contrastive loss in PyTorch and see when each produces better retrieval geometry. This is the workflow you'll know how to run when we're done, which trains two embedding objectives on pairs and automatically chooses the one that improves retrieval. I'm Professor Pi, teaching AI foundations with simple Python. Embeddings power search, recommendation, and clustering. The core problem is geometry. We want same things close and different things far. Practitioners reach for contrastive or triplet losses when plane classification or cross-entropy does not shape distances directly. These losses operate on distances between points, so they are a natural fit for nearest neighbor retrieval and metric learning at small to medium scale. Intuitively, contrastive loss looks at pairs and says pull similar pairs together and push dissimilar pairs apart by at least a margin. Triplet loss looks at 3 points and says the anchor must be closer to its positive than to its negative by at least a margin. One is pairwise, the other is relational. Both can improve retrieval, but they differ in how they use hard examples and how sensitive they are to margins. We will build a tiny PyTorch playground. It uses a small two-dimensional toy dataset so you can see distances. We will compute initial gaps, run one contrastive step, then train a small triplet baseline and measure retrieval change. Keep the math light. The code is short and the behavior is concrete. Now we will compute the initial distance gap on the toy points. This snippet measures same class versus different class distances in PyTorch to show the initial clustered gap. We create a tiny 2D dataset X and labels Y. Then compute pairwise distances with torch.cdist, which returns a full distance matrix. The Boolean masks same and diff mark intraclass and interclass pairs while excluding the diagonal, so self-distances do not skew the mean. We average distances under each mask and subtract to get gap, a quick proxy for how well classes are separated before training. If you move points closer within a class or farther across classes, the gap changes accordingly. The printed gap shows how much farther negatives are than positives initially. Next, we will compute a single contrastive loss on one positive and one negative pair. This example computes a basic contrastive loss in PyTorch on one positive and one negative pair. We pick a close same class pair and a far different class pair from X, then calculate Euclidean distances with torch.cdist. The margin M defines how far negatives should be. The hinge torch relu M-D neg penalizes negatives that are too close, while dpos pow2 shrinks positives together. We average the two terms with a 0.5 factor to keep the scale modest. Increasing M tightens separation demands, raising loss when negatives are not sufficiently apart. Decreasing M relaxes it. The printed loss quantifies the current violation of the contrastive objective. Now we will show how triplet margin loss scores an anchor, positive, and negative. This code evaluates PyTorch's triplet margin loss on an anchor, positive, negative triplet. We instantiate torch.nn.TripletMarginLoss with a margin of 3.0 and Euclidean distance p equals 2. The call triplet anchor positive negative computes max 0 DAP minus DAN plus margin, pushing anchor positive closer than anchor negative by at least the margin. Using points from different classes makes DAN large, but a big margin can still produce a positive penalty, illustrating how triplet loss enforces relative ordering. Increasing the margin strengthens separation requirements, potentially increasing loss. Decreasing it weakens them. The printed loss shows the current relative distance violation for this triplet. Next, We will take one optimization step that uses the contrastive objective and watch the geometry change. This snippet performs one SGD update in PyTorch to improve the contrastive gap. A small linear layer, WC, projects inputs to an embedding Z, and we reuse the margin M with a simple contrastive loss built from torch.cdist and torch ReLU. We backpropagate with opt.zeroGrad, loss.backward, and opt.step, then re-embed to measure the change. The metric compares negative distance minus positive distance before and after the update, showing whether the update widens separation while pulling positives together. Increasing the learning rate makes larger, potentially unstable jumps. Decreasing it slows improvement but is safer. The printed change indicates how much the single step improved retrieval-friendly geometry. Now we will train a tiny triplet baseline and check nearest neighbor accuracy. This example trains a tiny triplet baseline in PyTorch and measures nearest neighbor retrieval accuracy. We define a linear embedding, WT, and use torch.nn.TripletMarginLoss with margin 3.0. Normalizing embeddings via torch.nn functional .normalize to stabilize distances. The initial accuracy AC0 is computed by masking the diagonal with a large value and taking argmin over torch.cdist to get each point's nearest neighbor. A short loop optimizes a fixed triplet that acts like a hard example, encouraging class separation. More steps generally improve accuracy until overfitting or saturation. The printed before and after accuracies show how triplet training sharpens retrieval behavior even in a tiny model. In a real project, you would replace the tiny linear layer with a deeper encoder and mine many triplets or generate balanced pairs. Triplet training often needs careful mining of hard negatives. Contrastive training benefits from balanced positive to negative ratios and an appropriate margin. Recap what it is. Contrastive pushes and pulls on pairs. Triplet enforces a relative ordering on triples. When to use. Choose contrastive for simpler pair setups or when you want direct push and pull. Choose triplet when relative ranking matters and hard negatives are available. One caveat, both need a sensible margin and careful example selection, or they can stall or overfit. Next step, tune the margin in both losses while measuring retrieval performance on a larger validation set to find the trade-off between separation and stability. If AI Foundations in Python help, subscribe and watch the AI Foundations videos.